The 2018 psychological horror film Rabbit offers a haunting and unsettling cinematic experience that leans more on atmosphere and psychological dread than on conventional horror tropes. Directed by the Canadian filmmaking duo Soska and Sylvia Soska, often known collectively as the Soska Sisters, the movie reflects their signature fascination with body horror, identity, and the darker corners of human transformation. Rather than relying on jump scares, the film slowly builds a disturbing narrative that blurs the line between beauty, obsession, and monstrosity. At the center of the story is Becca, portrayed by Laura Vandervoort, whose performance carries the emotional and psychological weight of the film. Becca is introduced as a fashion designer living in the shadow of her more confident and outwardly successful twin sister, Isabella, played by Sunny Mabrey. The dynamic between the sisters is crucial to the narrative, as it establishes Becca's deep-seated insecurities and her longing for validation, both personally and professionally. Vandervoort delivers a nuanced performance, capturing Becca's vulnerability, internal conflict, and gradual descent into something far more unsettling. The film begins with a tragic accident that leaves Becca physically and emotionally scarred. This moment serves as the catalyst for the story, pushing her toward an experimental medical procedure that promises not just healing, but transformation. The procedure is conducted by a mysterious doctor, whose methods are as questionable as they are intriguing. This element introduces a classic horror theme, the dangers of tampering with the natural order, but the film approaches it with a modern, psychological twist rather than a purely scientific one. What makes Rabbit particularly engaging is its exploration of identity and self-perception. Becca's journey is not just about physical recovery, it is about her desire to become someone else, someone better, someone worthy of attention and admiration. The Soska sisters cleverly use horror elements to amplify these themes, turning Becca's transformation into a metaphor for the extremes people might go to in pursuit of perfection. The narrative subtly critiques societal pressures related to beauty and success, especially within the fashion industry, which serves as the backdrop for much of the story. Laura Vandervoort's performance deserves special attention because she manages to balance empathy and unease throughout the film. In the early stages, she portrays Becca as fragile and sympathetic, allowing the audience to connect with her struggles. As the story progresses and Becca begins to change, Vandervoort gradually shifts her portrayal, introducing a sense of detachment and unpredictability. This evolution feels organic and deeply unsettling, making the audience question whether they should continue to sympathize with her or fear what she is becoming. Sunny Mabrey, as Isabella, provides an effective contrast to Becca. Her character embodies confidence and outward beauty, but there are subtle hints of complexity beneath the surface. Mabrey's performance ensures that Isabella is not merely a one-dimensional figure of envy but rather a fully realized character who plays a significant role in shaping Becca's emotional state. The chemistry between the two actresses adds depth to the sibling relationship, making their interactions feel authentic and emotionally charged. Visually, Rabbit leans heavily into a moody and stylized aesthetic. The cinematography emphasizes shadows, reflections, and sterile environments, creating a sense of unease that persists throughout the film. The use of mirrors is particularly notable, symbolizing Becca's fractured identity and her struggle to reconcile who she is with who she wants to be. The color palette often shifts between cold, clinical tones and warmer, more distorted hues, mirroring the changes in Becca's mental and physical state. The Soska sisters' direction is deliberate and controlled, allowing the tension to build gradually rather than rushing into overt horror. This pacing might not appeal to viewers expecting a fast-paced or action-driven horror film, but it works well for those who appreciate a more psychological approach. The film's horror elements are often implied rather than explicitly shown, which can make them feel more disturbing. By leaving certain aspects to the imagination, the directors create a lingering sense of dread that stays with the audience even after the film ends. Another aspect worth noting is the film's sound design and score, which play a crucial role in establishing its eerie atmosphere. The music is subtle yet effective, often blending seamlessly with ambient sounds to create a sense of tension. Moments of silence are used strategically, allowing the audience to fully absorb the unsettling visuals and the emotional weight of the scenes. This careful attention to audio detail enhances the overall viewing experience, making the film feel immersive and psychologically intense. The narrative structure of Rabbit is relatively straightforward, but it is layered with symbolic elements that invite interpretation. The film does not provide all the answers, instead encouraging viewers to engage with its themes and draw their own conclusions. This ambiguity can be both a strength and a challenge, depending on the viewer's preferences. Those who enjoy analyzing films and uncovering deeper meanings will likely find Rabbit particularly rewarding, while others might find its lack of clear resolution somewhat frustrating. One of the film's most compelling aspects is how it uses horror to explore the concept of transformation. In many ways, Becca's journey reflects a universal fear, the fear of losing oneself in the pursuit of something unattainable. The film suggests that the desire for change, when taken to extremes, can lead to consequences that are both irreversible and deeply unsettling. This theme resonates beyond the confines of the horror genre, making Rabbit a film that lingers in the mind long after it has ended. The supporting cast also contributes to the film's atmosphere, with each character adding a layer of complexity to the story. While the focus remains on Becca, the interactions she has with others help to highlight different aspects of her personality and her transformation. These characters serve as both mirrors and contrasts, emphasizing the changes she undergoes and the impact they have on those around her. In terms of pacing, Rabbit takes its time to develop its story and characters. This slow-burn approach allows for a more immersive experience, but it also requires patience from the audience. The film prioritizes mood and character development over action, which may not align with everyone's expectations of the horror genre. However, for viewers who appreciate a more introspective and atmospheric style, this approach is likely to be a significant strength. The film's climax is both unsettling and thought-provoking, bringing together its various themes in a way that feels consistent with its overall tone. Rather than offering a conventional resolution, Rabbit leaves certain elements open to interpretation, encouraging viewers to reflect on what they have seen and what it might mean. This open-endedness adds to the film's lasting impact, making it a topic of discussion and analysis. Overall, Rabbit stands out as a unique entry in the psychological horror genre. It combines strong performances, particularly from Laura Vandervoort, with a visually striking style and a thoughtful exploration of identity and transformation. The Soska Sisters' direction ensures that the film maintains a consistent tone and atmosphere, creating an experience that is both unsettling and intellectually engaging. While it may not appeal to those seeking traditional horror thrills, Rabbit offers something different, a slow, introspective journey into the darker aspects of human desire and self-perception. Its emphasis on psychological horror and thematic depth sets it apart, making it a film that rewards careful attention and reflection. For viewers willing to engage with its slower pace and ambiguous narrative, Rabbit provides a memorable and thought-provoking experience that lingers long after the credits roll. This movie is available on YouTube free.